Howdy do, everybody! I am Ebon Jackal, and it is time to jump into one of those games that is high on the list of games that I love but never finished. That game is Septerra Core, Legacy of the Creator. Now, I have to kind of record this in a funny way because of the setup that I have, and you may not have seen the storyline to this game yet, because it plays out in a cutscene that comes way before this. So what I'm going to do for you is play that cutscene, and I'll add some subtitles to it as well, so you can read along.
In the beginning, the Creator brought forth the shining jewels of the universe and all their secrets. One such jewel was the world that would be known as Septerra. Its secret hidden within its core. 7 distinct layers of continents, called world shells, orbit the planet, each connected to the other by a giant bioorganic spine. At the center of all lies the core, an immense biocomputer regulating the movements of the shells. The Creator fashioned into this world a way in which man himself might one day inherit his power. He created twin keys that could be used to unlock this secret, granting the gift of the Creator, the kingdom of heaven. Every 100 years, the alignment of the upper continents creates a beam of light, which penetrates the depths of the core, activating it for a short period. At this time, the keys may be used to unlock its secrets. Many men attempted to possess these relics, but the world was not yet ready. Then there arose one that the Creator and his host of angels could not destroy, Gemma, a fallen seraphim, who captured the keys to the core. The Creator, in desperation, sent Marduk, his only begotten son, to Septerra, and then left the affairs of men forever. After a battle that raged for 100 days, Marduk defeated Gemma and retrieved the stolen keys. Teaching that the world was not yet ready for such power, he hid the ancient relics. But Marduk prophesied that one day, many millennia in the future, when the world was in grave danger, they would once again be found, and the power they could unlock would save the world from destruction. That time is now.
So yeah, that's basically the setup to this story. We have no idea who we are yet. We have no idea how we connect to this ancient story of battling gods and keys that unlock the power of a biocomputer made by God. It sounds weird. It's a fun game though, very fun. And I can't wait to get into this, to share this with YouTube, and to finally finish this sucker. So, what do you say? Shall we jump in? Let's jump in. I should also mention, this is a very old game, too. It's been out for a long, long time. I found it in a bargain bin years ago. Hello, who are you guys?
Duscius threatens heresy by his words, Emperor Aspertine.
It is not heresy. The artifacts are meant to unlock the secrets of the core. Now that we have found them, we must use them.
The discovery of the keys that Marduk hid from us so long ago truly bestows a great responsibility upon.
And this is what should have happened to Palpatine. Am I right?
But the next conjunction is over 50 years from now, and only at that time can they be used. So it was made. So it has been for millennia. This being so, I remain puzzled, Lord Duscius. Why, after so long, must we expect that law to change?
Perhaps
because physics bend to the will of the Republican Party.
Hey-o!
There goes half of the people who would have been watching this video up to this point.
Power to bear and create his own conjunction.
Watch your tongue, boy. I am the direct descendant of Marduk, son of the Creator. It's
kind of hard to watch your tongue. It doesn't
prophecy.
Get out far
I
enough.
step over your corpse to do so, like I did your father's. So be it.
Why do you talk
Confirmed
so
villain.
easily of corpses? How many lives must be wasted to achieve your ends? I very much doubt that it was Marduk's intent.
Yes, please. Tell us how you will collapse time and bring the future to the present.
Enough! My plan will bring light to the core in days instead of decades. Know this, Emperor Aspertine. In the prophecies, Marduk teaches that one of his blood shall arise to fulfill his words.
And what of that?
I am the one who was foretold. It is my destiny. I will not tolerate interference by cowards hiding behind the wooden shield of petty politics. The power of the core shall be mine.
Yep, definitely the villain. As if it wasn't obvious.
He is a dangerous man. He may be of Marduk's blood, but bloodline does not make one great.
But he will need the keys to fulfill his plan. Without them, he can do nothing.
That is what we should fear. He will take them from us, if he has to start a holy war to do it.
Oh great, he's a Templar as well. That's just what we
Can I count on
needed.
your fleet?
As my fathers before me.
Then protect the relics. You must not let Doskius change the destiny of the world to meet his own whims.
As you wish.
So I only just realized he's like surrounded by a pool of water. And for the remainder of the cutscenes, I won't be cutting out my face cam just because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get it set up that way. But I will be adding subtitles to pretty much every cutscene because this game is one of those, like I said, older games that came out at a time before they thought cutscenes needed subtitles. Oh, this is going to be an editing nightmare. I can already see it. And also, it's because the game is so old that it's running in a resolution like this. This is actually the highest resolution it supports right now. And I downloaded some kind of mod that's supposed to fix the colors when it's running in windowed mode. I don't see a marked improvement. So, sorry to the mod creator. I know you're a cool guy. You seem like a cool guy, but I don't see much improvement.
Cool. I haven't gotten that good a look at a chosen ship in a long while.
Grub, we need to tell Uncle about this.
But did you see it, Maya?
One more thing!
Come on, let's go.
I'm sorry, she called him Uncle. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
I refitted his legs this morning.
And see, this part of the cutscene, it looks fine, but the rest of the cutscene, it doesn't look like he's running so much as he's, like, kind of hopping or galloping or something weird like that. It's, I don't know.
You should come in and see Uncle. He asked about you today.
Zero hope, Maya. I have to work on runner sensors. Next time. Promise.
Why does this sound like an excuse you use, like not to meet the in-laws or whatever?
What's up, Maya?
I need to talk to Uncle. Is he here?
Maybe. What's it worth to you?
Uncle's in the other room, Maya. He'll be right back.
Shut up, you traitor. You're cutting my profits here.
Did you bring us anything from the junk
Confirmed
pile?
snot bag.
Not today, I'm afraid.
Tori, are you causing trouble again?
Uncle, while Grub and I were out junking today, we saw ships in the sky. They were definitely battleships of the Chosen heading east. Why are they here again?
What are you so afraid of, Maya? They probably didn't even see you.
It doesn't matter.
Man, and he has a
Last time
square
I came,
nose.
Maya was your age. Battles between their own tribes happened here.
Mother! Mother!
Maya, we have to find shelter. Their ships strayed into our city. Many people died, including your parents. Since then, we've been a city of orphans and elders. It took 10 years to rebuild. We can't let that happen again.
Whatever. I know. You and Maya have taken care of us ever since. You can never let us forget.
You're too young to really remember the devastation.
As your teacher Aziz would say, history falls into cycles, my boy.
That it does. That it
Mayor,
does.
what's the meaning of this?
Search the place. They're hiding in here somewhere.
Check out the really tacky-looking necklace this guy's wearing.
Yes, the fresh air would do wonders for you, Uncle. All right, enough. We're not here to eat lunch. We're here to arrest smugglers.
You'll find
Jeez,
no
that one
lawbreakers
bad boss
amongst
is
the
like,
junkers.
never exchange
I'm the
pleasantries
mayor
with
of this town, and I can
the
do
with the
as I like.
customers. Bah!
Someone is smuggling weapons from the junk piles to a city on the world shell below. Now, their greed is going to get us all killed.
This has gone too far. Get out of our house. Now!
Love a woman who can take
Oh,
charge.
don't think this is over. Where there's trouble, it's always the junkers at the heart of it.
Goodbye.
Oh, shut up.
A little delayed there, buddy.
Where did Tori go?
I'm not sure.
Probably to class. A place you are probably late for as well, Maya. Perhaps you can ask your teacher about these ships you saw.
So finally, we're able to get into the game about 10 minutes in. So what this game is a really old RPG, actually. Maya is, of course, our main protagonist, that one character that can never, ever leave your party. You can never have a party without Maya. You can talk to people by clicking on them. Certain NPCs, anyway, you can talk to.
You'd better not be late for class.
And actually, the dialogue system is interesting, too. You notice how you have your various topics here represented by pictures, and Maya is typically the person to ask these particular questions. But also, later on in the game, depending upon who is in your party, you can get different pieces of information out of different NPCs based on who they know, their various allegiances, all sorts of other stuff. And each of the NPCs will also have something unique to say to the... your player characters will have something unique to say to each NPC if you click on them directly. For instance...
how's your back today, Uncle?
Don't try to change the subject, Maya.
Okay, example.
Why do I have to go to the temple today?
Yeah,
you
why?
can't know only what you find in the junk piles, Maya. Aziz has much to teach.
But he only talks about stuff that happened thousands of years ago.
One must know where she came from to see where she is headed.
And what about, Ooh, there's a topic about bread here.
The bread you baked smells good. Can I have some?
It's in the fridge.
Right. That's actually an important clue. Your potions in this game take the form of various kinds of food at the start. Bread is essentially your basic potion. So you run over to the fridge here, get on in. The interface takes a minute to register what you got, and I have a piece of bread. Awesome. Instant 50 HP get. So we'll head on out the door and see what all we can do in town. This town hasn't been given a name yet in the game. It is called Oasis. Oasis, as you can see, is a city literally built of scrap. I don't know, I've always kind of liked environments like this, especially, like, it almost looks like Fallout, in a way. Other NPCs. I'm not really going to talk to the NPCs around town. We can always do that in a later video. Right now I'm just going to explore the town and see what's up. This is the stockpile. Stockpile is...
Hello there. Would you care to buy anything?
A shop of some description. It is the first weapon shop of the game. Of course, this being an RPG, all the characters have wildly different weapons, and the different things you can buy depend on the shop, and they also depend on the NPCs you currently have in your party. There is a mechanic in here later in the game where you can try to steal stuff, but if you're caught stealing, then the prices in that shop for your party will always be increased, and if you go to any other shops in town, they'll talk about a thieving problem has been happening, so my prices had to go up. But if someone buys a whole bunch of stuff, I might reduce them again. So yeah, stealing is very much a risk-reward system. Usually not worth the risk. You'll only ever be at the shops like once or twice, and then you'll never see them again. Old junk. Of course, the bar. It would have to be the bar, wouldn't it? Hey guys. How are the old kooks doing?
Hey, Maya.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Do you guys ever leave here?
Yeah, what for?
Yeah, we're too old to collect junk and too young for the morgue.
I don't know why, I just love the old fart characters. Okay, no, I should make this distinction right now on my channel. There's a difference in my mind between an old person and an old fart. These guys are old people. Old farts are those guys who are cranky, entitled, they don't want your help, and yet they'll tell you to help them at the same time kind of guys. Not like these guys. These guys are cool old guys. I like these people. Yeah, what do you guys think of... what can you tell me about Septerra, actually?
Have you ever been to any other world, Shell?
I've never been above or below Oasis.
Well, we get all we need from the junk the Chosen drop on us. Why go anywhere else?
So yeah, that's the thing about the second world shell. The Chosen are on the shell just above them, on the highest world shell in Septerra, and they literally drop all their scrap onto World Shell 2. Maya makes her living pulling stuff out of those junk piles. What can you tell me about generators?
How do core generators work?
Oh, that's easy. A core engine takes core energy and converts it into power for weapons and equipment. And you can even boost output by taking some of your core power.
But your gun, for example. Its generator supplies it with enough power for basic functions, but For some things, it needs extra power, and it gets that from the core energy that you've built up.
That ties into the combat system in this game, which I might have time to show you guys if I get through exploring the town soon enough. Yeah, I'm not going to go through every single dialogue option on every single person until I get to a place that's kind of unfamiliar, and then we'll see what kind of things pop up. For right now, it's just basic tutorial stuff, world building, and I highly encourage you guys to play this game on your own if you're interested in those kind of things, because there is a lot to learn about this, and it's clear, even though this is one of those older games that was clearly built on some kind of small budget, the people behind this really poured a lot of thought and care into creating a world that they would want to write a story about. And it may be that whole stereotypical, I'm going to save the world story, but you know what? You don't necessarily need
Welcome. Look around.
all of the originality in the world. This shop is a potion shop. Potion shops also tend to be the places you buy accessories, which are pretty much universal to any character. No need to get potions just yet. Do I even have any money? I don't know. Yeah, I've got 350 gold. Okay. I forget if you started with anything in this game. I know there's an easy way to get some very early on. And yeah, I might have time to show this off. Junk Mail, which actually I think is a very clever name. Junk Mail is the armor shop. So that's all of Oasis that really matters. And there's a whole bunch of other NPCs to talk to if you want to kill some time. Oh, hi, Mayor.
Don't you have something better to do than to loiter around?
I live in your stupid city. Be grateful.
How's it going, Mayor?
Better if these infernal machines would work faster.
Sorry, sir.
Dude, quit abusing the poor work bots.
You shouldn't treat Grubb's workbot so bad.
You have to show him who's boss. And we know who that is, don't we?
Yeah, right.
So, important point. Grubb built the work bots. Intriguing. And also, since I asked him about the work bots, now an option has popped up to talk about Grubb himself.
Work faster, bot!
I wouldn't count on Grubb to repair the workbots if you break them.
That sheet? I wouldn't let him near them anyway. They're mine now.
Well, he wouldn't have left if you had used the bots for what he intended them for, collecting junk from the desert.
Grubb's too narrow-minded. There are millions of uses for the bots. You just wait and see.
It sounds slightly ominous. Either that or the man is just a grade A slime ball. Either way, I still don't like him. And you shouldn't like him either. So now we have a lot of stuff out here. So this is an example of what the world map can look like. Downtown Oasis is, of course, where we just came from. We can go to the smelting complex, if we really desire.
Sorry, Maya. No one may enter the work area today.
Oh. Yep, so much for going to the smelting complex, I guess. You can go to the junk heap. There's no need to go to the junk heap just yet. And go out to the edges, we can get to the world map. And you have to manually click the button to run when you're on the world map, which is kind of odd. So we go up here. This is an ominous looking place. We only get to look at this. We can't actually go in the door.
It's the factory.
No topics.
This place has been here long before the Junkers. Nobody knows who lives inside. Oasis ships its scrap metal here. I wonder what they use it for.
Interesting. I'd completely forgotten those tidbits about the factory. Like, I knew it was out here, but like, I honestly, it's been so long since I've played this game, I forgot what the secrets of the factory even were. So anyway, if we want to get to Aziz's temple, we have to go across the Badlands. For some reason, this is something students do. Bear this in mind, students from Oasis do this every day that they go to class. They cross the Badlands, which, of course, this being an RPG, is infested with wolves. Or wolf-like things. So now we have our first combat. Combat works like this. You fill up a gauge, sort of like an ATB bar, and your opponents are doing the same thing. When you're ready to launch an attack, you have to manually click your character. This took me forever when I was figuring out the combat system, and it does not say that in the manual, by the way. You have to manually click on the character you want to use, and depending upon the amount of core energy they've built up, which is what that ATB bar is, you can use different levels of attacks. For instance, with 3 bars, I can finally use Rifle Gatling. It hurts like a mother. The engine's moving a little slower than I remember it moving before. I wonder if that has something to do with the mod. Crap. No. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Vulcan shot. That should finish it. Yep, that finished it. Good. 27 experience, and I got some skins. Those skins sell for, I think, 25 gold each at the armor shop. Pretty useful. I'm not going to take too much time leveling Maya up. And you'll notice something about this. The enemies do not attack you unless you enter basically their line of sight. Or like some of them have like a sight radius or something like that. So nothing bad would have happened to me if I could have avoided him. I don't think there's a way to avoid the wolves, unfortunately. Ow. Stop biting me. What did I ever do to deserve this? Aside from stepping into your territory. Daka. And let's see if this shot finishes him off. Yep, good. More experience and more gold. If I'm ever doing any level grinding, by the way, I'll cut around it. I'll like do the grinding off screen. No reason to do it here. But now, after my dangerous trek through the Badlands, I finally reach the Temple of Aziz. For some reason, I keep thinking Sneeze, and that has nothing to do with his name. Alright, kids. Class dismissed. Go have fun playing with the wolves. Sorry, I'm not letting that go.
You're late for class. And where's Tori, out chasing coin again?
He's not here?
Well, let us start without him. Are you familiar with the legends of Marduk?
Yes, he was the great hero who defeated Gemma with the help of the 7 winds.
You get ahead of yourself, child. You know the final scene without the benefit of the first act. Marduk is but one of the principal characters of the ancient stories. Together, they all rule the use of spells. As you know, a great energy and power emanates from the central core of Septerra, harnessed from the rotation of the world shells themselves.
Alright.
This very power is used by the core to regulate the rotations of the shells, creating an eternal equilibrium.
Very cool.
Excess energy is radiated out of the core into the world. We use this energy, called core power, to run our machinery and cast spells. To cast spells, one must use ancient relics, called fate cards, to draw core power. Each card is its own spell, but they can be combined to create varied effects. Up to 3 cards can be combined, each played by a different user, each adding its own power. If any more than 3 are aligned, then the power is lost. Fate cards are ruled by the demigods of our world called Fates. The first is Marduk, son of the Creator and Fate of War, who defeated Gemma in the Battle of the 7 Winds, banishing him to the pits of Janak. The second, Kira the Angel.
Always love the little world-building bits in
who helped
RPGs like
Marduk
this.
with her light and became his queen.
Of course.
The third, Dogo the trickster, Fate of Cunning, who used his illusions to ensnare Gemma. And finally, Gemma himself, Lord of the Dark, and Fate of Demons, who ruled Septerra in mockery of the Creator, soiling the Father's great work with the blood of his children. Each of the fates can be combined with any other, and once you find them, you can use the cards as many times as you wish.
Very cool.
As long as you have enough core energy. You must practice this technique to learn the ways of magic. That is all for today's lesson.
Do the ancient heroes still exist?
Their power does, and it helps watch over and protect the world.
Sometimes I feel as if my mother is watching over me.
Pray she watches over us all, my child.
This is very nice. And he gives you a fate card. He's oh, this is a very powerful ancient relic. I just happen to have it lying in my pocket here. Have it. I'll never get over that. It's so... Why? Why is this a thingy? Why are you just giving me an ancient relic of magic power that I have... that you don't even know if I know how to use this thing. Just have faith in me. I just might use it correctly.
Master Aziz, how did you gain all of this knowledge and wisdom?
Study and patience, my dear. But only time can bestow wisdom.
Only in some cases. Depends on who you're talking about. Well, Aziz has many topics he can cover here, but I think I'll save all that for another video and then get out of the temple to go play with the wolves some more and maybe test out that new fate card. By the way, notice he makes a distinction between core power and core energy. That's something that'll play into the magic system much later down the line. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this first video. To the interwebs, this is Ebon Jackal saying good night, and I will be playing more of Septerra Core, Legacy of the Creator.